Hello and welcome to my new YouTube channel. My name's Dave Kelly. I'm an artist and a writer. I just thought maybe for the first video to put up, if you're anything like me, you're usually interested to see where other people work, and stuff like that. So I figured for this one, apart from introducing myself, which I've already done now, I figured I'd show you my studio so you can just take a little look around, see some of the stuff I have, some of the pieces that I've done. I'll talk you through it just a little bit, and then if you like this this video, if you want to just hit a like at the bottom, please do. And if you want to subscribe, then please do. If people subscribe, I'll be happy to do more. My aim with the channel, what would that be? That would be to share some art with you, maybe some techniques, some materials, talk about the process that I use. And then I also write as well, mostly poetry, kind of, I guess you'd call it whimsical poetry. I have put together 3 books which are now available on Amazon. 2 are kind of straight up poetry books, and 1 is more of a children's book. I can always talk more about those as well in a later video. So for now, I'll take you around the room. This is going to be one of those, as they like to say in the trade, a continuous video. So if there's any wobbling and to kind of suddenly go off at an angle and stuff, it's all on purpose. It's all there just to add to the tension as we go around the room. So so let's go. I'll kind of give you a quick tour around the room and let you see the kind of things I'm up to and the kind of things I use. Okay, so I'm gonna flip my camera around now so that you can actually see instead of looking at me all the time. And let's do that and take a look around. Okay, so not very exciting, just 4 white doors. That's because my room, actually, I'm so lucky I have an ensuite washing machine and tumble dryer behind there. So, aren't I lucky? So, let's start over here on the boring side of the room, and then we'll take you around and hopefully it gets a little more exciting. Hope you like the wallpaper. My wife hates it, but I think it makes the room nice and bright. So down here we have basically a work table. This is for when I'm painting over here on the wall. As you can see, I have a few books down here right now. I have the Landscape Painter's Workbook by Mitchell Albala. Fill Your Oil Paintings with Light and Colour by Kevin D. McPherson. And The Elements of Landscape Oil Painting by Suzanne Brooker. All good books. I'm just starting with them and going through them, so I can't really give you a big review on that right now. This is obviously where I've been doing some painting. This is all acrylic. That tends to be the majority of what my paintings are done in, although I do work in other medium, and I'll show you. Now, this room is going to be a small room. So you'll see that I've tried to utilize the space as much as possible. So here, because I needed somewhere big to work, I decided that on this flat wall, I would just get myself a nice big piece of hardboard, screw it to the wall, and now I can tape up my papers, which this one I believe is something like 32 by 24. So I can do fairly good sized pictures up there. And then come around here, that's just the doorway out of the room. Here on this wall, this is actually a painting by a friend of mine and an amazing artist that everybody should check out. His name is Joshua Bean. I also use his easels, which I'll talk about at another point. But yeah, this is a great painting, which I thoroughly like. Down here, I have some swords for fencing. I did do some fencing in a, what was it? It was in a Renaissance. And maybe I'll tell you about that sometime. That was a lot of fun. So coming over here, we have my small desk. As you can see, it's kind of full with things. Tombow brushes, love them. Got some paints, again. Sketchbooks, nice kind of steampunky lamp. Then on the wall, a couple of pictures I did a long time ago. Photos of some of our pets. Of Miss Maddie on the top, have Oliver in the middle, and then Mr. Riley. All unfortunately not with us anymore, but never forgotten. Coming round, you'll see I have a small window, and just to make it even worse for the light to come in, I decided to fill the window ledge with things. Excuse me. This picture here is actually a plein air painting that was done in Bermuda, March of this year, which is 2024. Had a lovely time there. There's one of my favourite childhood characters, Bagpuss. If you're from England, you'll definitely know who that is. Come around, I have a nice big gnome. I love gnomes, garden gnomes, doesn't matter. In here there's a collection of all acrylic paints, old pictures. On the top, more brushes. Let's take you around the top of the wall. So starting up here, these are all paintings that I've done plein air, mostly around the Connecticut area. In fact, almost all of them, except for, I think, one which was done in Oregon. But I can go through some more of those pictures at some point. So as you can see, most of these paintings are all actually done in oil, which is another thing that I've been doing for the last couple of years. Really enjoy it. Totally different to painting with acrylics if you've tried it. Totally different way of putting it down, and also the fact that acrylics I can paint, it'll dry, I can paint over. Oil paints, I don't wait long enough for it to dry. So, because I'm too busy outside doing plein air, trying to catch things in the moment. So that's those pictures. Coming down, everybody's got to have music. I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, you need music of some sort. So in my collection, I have everything from Jethro Tull, who I've loved forever. We have Nick Drake, Electric Light Orchestra, Clifford T. Ward, one of my all-time favourites, Mr. John Martin. And then we have coming up today bands like the Hollow Coves and much, much more. I can always talk about that more if you want to know. This here at the back, this is before I put the boards on the wall. I actually did this just like taping paper onto a nice thick piece of board, and then I would just kind of, stand here against these units, put a the palette down with the paints and work away. This now here in front that you can see, this is actually the Day Tripper easel, which is made and sold by Joshua Bean under the brand name of Prolific Painter. I have this one, which is the Day Tripper, which is a larger version. Opens nicely out, so you've got plenty of space. Easily attaches to any kind of tripod. This has an extra piece that comes with it so that you can actually attach the mast and have the stand so you can use it this way. I find it brilliant, love it, because I do have a French easel, but unfortunately I don't have the space to leave that up all the time. Coming across, there's some more paintings. This one was from Crested Butte in Colorado. Have more paintbrushes, more paintbrushes, more paintings. Now paints, acrylic paints, I use everything from Liquitex. Premier actually paint really well. You may not have heard of them, I don't know, but they're really good. I like those. And then coming across, I have another collection of paints. Now when I go out and paint, I usually have in my bag, which I keep there, I have oil paints in there for when I'm out. And I have Utrecht wall paints for that. Here, because I was getting new into paints, I decided to go ahead and get myself some Georgian oils. And I actually love them. The colours that come out, the creaminess of them, they're actually an excellent paint, along as Utrecht as well. And then coming down here, because like I say, I have limited space, so things kind of pile up on each other. This right here is part of a collection of pictures that I'm working on, and I can always go over that, take you through some collections. Down here I have couple of really old school easels, more like an A-frame. But the frames, there's my trusty backpack, and yeah, it's pretty much a sweep of my room. I'll give you one more 360 without me talking. Right, so I'm back again. Hope you like the little look. Like I say, it's a small space, but I fit a lot in it. It serves the purpose for me. As you can see, I do have a lot of stuff in here, but it all seems to be kind of strategically placed so that I can get to things when I need to without having to move much around, which is what I used to do. It's also an improvement on the last little studio space I had, which was in our old house, which was in the basement, which was unfinished. So it was kind of like working in the bottom of Dracula's castle or something. It was riverstone walls, a lot of dust. You know, the ceiling was purely just the beams holding the rest of the house up. But it was a nice space. I enjoyed it. I could go down there, I could leave things out. Nobody touched them, just like here. So, yeah, it's nice when you get your own space. And don't worry about it if you haven't, or you're thinking about it and you're thinking, well, my room's not going to be big enough if I use this one. Trust me, it will be. You'll find a way. Whatever you do, you'll find a way of doing it. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed your little look around. Like I say, my name's David Kelly, and yeah, I'll tell you a little bit more about myself in the next video. So take care of yourself, happy painting, and I'll try and add a couple of things down in the links, like to like maybe Joshua Bean's site. I do have an Instagram, DG Kelly Art, if you want to go out and check up some stuff there. I do have an Etsy shop, which doesn't have a lot in, but it's growing, and that's over at The Artery on Etsy. That's the name of the shop. So you please look that up. You can see some of my work there, and hopefully as time goes on, I'll be bringing more stuff to the channel. Maybe going through things like piece by piece, maybe looking at some little collections that I've kind of painted, and you know, maybe like go through the process that I go through when I'm creating work, and look forward to seeing you. Any comments, anything that you know, you think maybe you'd like to see, even though you don't even know if I do it, but you can always try. You know, I'll be happy to answer anything. And yep, so take care, and I look forward to seeing everybody soon. All right, take care. Ta-ra.